Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Surprise Thursday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today's surprise is the Action Force Sergeant Slaughter version 2. Thank you for watching this video, or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just to help the channel out further, or both. That's totally awesome. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future, you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it! First up, as we normally do here on Digital Caveman Presents, let's take a look at the packaging. On the top, Valaverse, Action Force. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. And a sliver of a window on the top that lets some light in. On the front, we have a nice big window showcasing the figure, or most of the figure and the accessories. Action Force, Sergeant Slaughter, 14 and up. Valaverse. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, some symbols, Valaverse, and a barcode. On this side, we have nice artwork of Sergeant Slaughter, a Sergeant Slaughter 2-06. And on this side, Action Force. On the back, we have the cross cell, rollout, trigger, Sergeant Slaughter, duster, scarabs, and garrison cavalry. Collect Action Force Series 2, each sold separately. Scan! And then we have the bio for Sergeant Slaughter. And that same artwork from this side, only it's in color. File name classified. Primary MOS 18A. Special Forces Team Leader. Secondary skills X8. Drill Sergeant. Birthplace classified. Rank affiliation Sergeant Major. Retired Action Force. Every soldier has stories about their drill sergeants from basic training, but few can compare to the claims of 6'2", 240-pound giant known as Sergeant Slaughter. Now retired, Sergeant Slaughter began his military career as a Special Forces Team Sergeant, leading classified operations in the early 80s with G.I. Joe. At some point in his career, Slaughter left the teams to become a drill sergeant at Fort Benning, where he pummeled young recruits into the ground day and night. It's what earned him the nickname Sergeant Slaughter. It didn't matter to him who the recruits were or where they were from. He treated them all alike and turned them into real soldiers. After Benning, Sergeant Slaughter retired and was recalled to serve as a special tactics instructor to a special missions unit within the United States military, where he served until 1994. After which he formally retired from active military service. When the nation collapsed, Sergeant Slaughter was pegged again to serve as an advisor to a new special missions unit called Action Force, where he passed on his experience and knowledge from his days in the teams. Slaughter may be well known, but his true identity is not. But that won't stop any enemies from hunting him down. For Sergeant Slaughter, the real fight has just begun. Action Points 2. Cut and save action points for future promotions. Valaverse.com. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Valaverse. And that, my friends, completes a look at the packaging. Now let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And first of all, you can see we have 3 extra sets of hands plus one other one, which is the pointing or nose picking hand, whichever you prefer, and it is on an up and down hinge. It's a set of gun cradling hands. On up and down hinges. No, side to side hinges. a set of grip hands, also on side-to-side hinges. And a set of fists, also on side-to-side hinges. And we have Sarge's sunglasses, and they're pretty flexible. And we have a marine cover, I think they call it. Sarge's drill sergeant hat. A big old revolver. I can just see Sarge blasting holes in Cobra bats with that thing. And a grenade launcher. And all this stuff has really nice molded detail in it. And paint apps also. Then we have the vest, which this is the same part, I believe, that came with the version 1 Sergeant Slaughter, which I do not have. But of course that one had covered jacketed arms rather than bare arms. Then we have Sarge's supply harness, and it just untabs right here and here, and there's the holes that it tabs into. So again, all this has nice molded details. Here's his backpack. That's the peg that goes in the hole in his back. And here is the Action Force stand on the diamond plate pattern. The Action Force logo, 4 pegs. And here's a slot back here, which I'm assuming you could put a background in, or the file cards. 2021 Valaverse, made in China. So that's nice. Now let's take a look at the figure himself. I do think this is a really, really good likeness. And then I'm not sure. I think the shirt is the paint app, at least up here. I think this piece is molded in color. Then we got some paint apps for the belt. And his holster. I'm not sure what's in there. And his boots. And his back. Alright, let's check out his articulation. He can look up that far. He can look down that far, and I'm not sure what. Let's see. It's on a ball joint at the top and a hinge in the neck. He can do the full Exorcist. At the shoulder, he's got butterflies. Joints, that is. So, back that far, forward that far. He will do a full 360 degree rotation there at the shoulder, and a little better than 90 degrees to raise it up. There's a cut here at the upper bicep, or just above the bicep, I guess. For a full 360 degrees of rotation, a double hinged pinless elbow. And let's see what that gives us. Pretty darn good. Then at the wrist, he has a watch and 360 degrees of rotation, and it's on up and down hinges. So that's good. Then we got a cut here where the chest meets the torso, and he gets all kinds of hula action there. And it will go around, I think, 360 degrees. Let's see. Yes, it will. Then he's got a ball joint here, it looks like, at the waist also. So he gets double hula action. And another 300, well, I said 360 degrees, but he does not rotate 360 degrees at the waist. But for the crunch with that, with both those hinges, he crunches forward that far, and he crunches backwards that far. Now for the legs, they are on drop down hinges, it looks like. So that's cool. He can give you the full splits. It's cut here at the upper thigh for another 360 degrees of rotation. Double hinged pinless knee, and gives you that much range of motion. At the upper shin, there's a boot cut for another 360 degrees of rotation. And at the ankle, goes down that far, goes up that far, and there is a forward-facing pin for rocker. And that, my friends, is almost a look at the figure and accessories. It just looks like Sarge is missing something. And I don't know. I don't want to try all this stuff on him, but there's that, which I'm not going to use. And there's this, which I'm probably not going to use. And the backpack. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. Here's the Marine cover. I always thought Sarge was supposed to be Army, but I could be mistaken. There's that. It really stays on there pretty good when you get it on there right. So that's cool. But of course, this is the hat he's gonna wear. And it looks like it's just gonna kind of sit there. It's very hard plastic. So yeah, it just kind of sits there. It doesn't really grip too well. And then of course, he has to have his glasses. Uh-oh. You dropped my hat, maggot. There we go. Now Sarge is shaping them up. And as far as his sidearm goes, it'll just go right in that holster. And it stays securely, but the glasses don't. Now the hat is. So I don't know what's going on here. So there we go. There's a look at Sergeant Slaughter and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, the comparisons. And here we have from the G.I. Joe Classified series, we have Beachhead because they both train the Joes. And because he's a big dude, here is Gung Ho. And as you can see, Sarge looks a little petite compared to Gung Ho. So I'm willing to bet that the Sergeant Slaughter that Hasbro just announced for G.I. Joe Classified series is probably going to be on this book, because it's much bigger. If they don't, that would really surprise me. And also from Classified series, here we have the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. And how does Sarge shape up to other lines? Let's take a look. Making his cameo appearance, here we have Stan the Man Lee. From Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Waves 501st Clone Trooper. And for some 7-inch goodness, from McFarlane Toys, DC Multiverse line, Batman Beyond. And that, my friends, completes a look at comparisons. For final thoughts on the Valaverse Action Force version 2 Sergeant Slaughter, this is the version of Sergeant Slaughter I think of when I think of Sergeant Slaughter, the black tank top, and you know, the rest is military gear, the hat, the glasses. So I think this is really good version of the Sarge. He looks like he's ready to bust some Cobra's heads and kick some G.I. Joe's butts into shape. He does come packed with accessories, a lot of which I probably will never use. For Sarge, you know, I think probably this finger or hand is going to go on it. The vest I won't use. The pack I might use. So we'll just see what comes up. But I think the likeness on this one is really, really good. The render that Hasbro showed of their version of Sergeant Slaughter looked really good too. So we'll just have to see which one comes out on top. And I really think the Classified series is going to be on that bigger Gung Ho body, or Gung Ho or Roadblock, you know, the bigger body. And when that one comes out, we'll just have to compare them and see which one comes out better. Or are they going to be the same? I don't know. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just to help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.